So, back when I was in uni, there was this vintage shop that was just around the corner from me. And it was one of those places that was like a big jumble of just stuff. Some of it was absolute garbage, some of it was amazing. There was really no other place like it in Nottingham, to be honest. And I was in there kind of on a weekly to fortnightly basis, depending on my budget. And one day I stumbled across these vintage Vogue magazines. And oh my God, they are just incredible. They have such amazing photography in them, and the fashion is just, it's insane. Like this stuff, it's just, oh, I love it so much. So I thought that I'd do an art challenge based on opening a random page in one of these magazines and just drawing whatever's there. So I'm just going to start off by having a quick look at the years on these and deciding which of the 4 magazines to go for. They are a little bit worse for wear. They're definitely not prime quality. Some of them are missing covers. But I think most of them have the year on. Yeah, this one's 1976.
77. This is 78. And that one's 78 as well.
Well, so we'll start with 1976. Let's go in chronological order. So right away, I adore this image that's on the front here. The contrast of the black and white and using the high... Okay, so I think I'm just going to open to a random page and, oh God, they are shedding all over the table. I'm just going to open to a random page, I think, and just draw whichever photograph is on that page. So let's go. I'm gonna do it this way so you guys can see before I can. Hopefully there is a photo on this page and it's not just an article. Ooh, okay. So we've got a couple to pick from here. I'm kind of liking Samantha's wardrobe, if I'm being honest. We've got some nice angular shapes going on there with some interesting black and white fashion details and some very interesting trousers. So let's go for it. So just to clarify, the one that I'm going to be drawing is probably this one in the middle. I really like her trousers, if I'm being honest, and I think they're going to look wicked in a drawing. So let's go. Oh no, it's actually falling apart. Oh. So I'm going to be drawing onto Bristol board smooth. Okay. Cool. So I'm starting with a 4H pencil and I'm just going to very roughly sketch out her kind of anatomy. So I've been trying my hand at a bit more of a fashiony style recently. Most of my work is in a photorealistic kind of style, and I just figured I'd try something new. I'm really liking it so far. Most of the stuff has been on Procreate. I feel like that's going to fall out at some point. So she's got some really cool features to her whole look, I guess. She's got this really wicked headband on. It's got like a candy cane stripe pattern on it. Very unusual dress that she's wearing. It's almost like a tunic with trousers. Now again, this is just a sketch at this point. I will be going over it with Sharpie and a gold pen that I have. That's what I tend to use for my fashion illustrations. Not too sure how it's going to work out on this one, but I guess we'll see. Not really 100% on the pose that she's posing with. I think it's kind of like He-Man, Hero, Superman. can't get over these trousers. I don't know how well you could see the reference on the camera, but oh my god, they are like giant balloon trousers. I wish I could see more of them, if I'm honest. I feel like the tunic's, it's okay, it's a tunic, but the trousers make the whole outfit, and they're the least seen part of all of it. And then she's got these giant shoes on underneath as well. Okay, so here we have our sketch done. Now I'm going to move on to adding the Sharpie and the gold pen. Let's hope that the Sharpie has ink in it. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the stripes on a headband because they are the most obvious black aspect of the drawing. You know what, this says it's fine point, but I really don't think it is. You know what, I'm going to find a different pen. I am kind of super nervous about how this is all going to come out. It's been a while since I've done a drawing like this. I feel like I definitely should have been more organised with this. Probably should have sorted out all of my materials before I started filming. I tell you what, sometimes it is really nice to take a break from realism. As much as I love it, it can be really time consuming and it takes a lot of creative energy out of you as well. So I often find when I am drawing realistically that I go into a little bubble and I just, you won't really see me for a few days until I've finished it. And while that's good and fun, it can also be quite annoying when it comes to having to do daily things and like sleep. So with my fashion illustrations, I don't really tend to add in any details. It's sort of completely opposite to my fine art stuff, if you like. Okay, so now we have our black outline. It's all nice and crisp. Pretty happy with that. As for the gold, I tend to add in gold just to accentuate things. In this case, I think I'm going to go for the stripes and the trousers because I love them. So I think the top of this dress definitely needs some more black in it as well. Yeah, these trousers are going gold. I've just realised these magazines were released 40 years ago. That is crazy. I really want some gold trousers. Might do the trousers, not the trousers, I've done the trousers. I might do the shoes in black as well. I feel like this could come back in style. Especially living in Manchester. You see so many different people dressed in just incredible ways. It is really quite inspiring. So this challenge is mostly just to kind of get me back into the swing of drawing loosely and not really... I'm a massive perfectionist, especially when it comes to my artwork, and I don't want to get lost in that so much. So I'm going to try and do one of these challenges a week, if the magazine survives, that is. Okay, so this is like the finished product. I tend to add some more little lines and stuff into them, which I'll probably do now. I'm not too sure where that came from. I think I made a mistake at one point, and then I was just like, well, it's there now, so I'm gonna have to leave it there. But yeah, so the next little part of this is going to be adding in all those lines. My neighbour is staring at me. Oh, this might ruin it. Please, please, please don't ruin it. Oh, I'm so glad that didn't ruin it. I think just filling in this crease in the material will be quite nice. It'll kind of accentuate it a bit more. Make it more of a feature. I really need to buy some new pens. So there we have it, a drawing from a 40-year-old outfit and 40-year-old photograph in a 40-year-old magazine. I will definitely be doing more of these. It's a style I've not done for a very long time, so I'm pretty happy with how it's come out. Yeah.